What up, Internet? Today we're going to be checking out a song called Passchenhell. This is by a group called 1914. From their, I believe this is the most recent album, The Blind Leading the Blind. Um, I'll double check that in a second, but let's just get it started.
Ashes, dust to dust, latest to rivals come to a die. Like a garland of ashes and clay, we arise from the ruin and strange. Our life is worth no more than the bloody mud of Passchenhell.
Will this? All right, cool. I'm gonna say, will this automatically stop playing after and not repeat automatically? Anyway, yeah. I'm only familiar with this particular album of theirs, and yeah, I looked. This is their most recent album. Um, it was from 2 years ago at this point, so 2018. Um, and I remember it being re-released. I think I discovered them last year. Maybe it was this year. Honestly, I don't remember. Um, but it was re-released under like a new label or something. They were yeah under a new label, I believe. Um, yeah, I like this sort of sound they're going for. It's like I mean it's reminiscent of Sabaton in that they're lyrically like focused on telling songs about having songs about history, like more specifically about like um somewhat more modern history. Um, I guess you would call it that. Um, but these, I mean, as far as I can tell, they've only put out 2 albums, but as far as I can tell, they are specifically focused on World War I, hence the name 1914. Um, and similar to Sabaton, I mean, they're similar to Sabaton, but they've got rather than focusing on like all the heroics of people and whatnot, or just general like telling the story of what happened. It's more, it feels a bit more um on the ground, like with the everyday person, which was frankly just hell. Basically, it was just the darker side with the horrors of war. Basically, is what I've gathered from just from like this one album at least, and their style of going this sort of uh, black and death and doom metal hybrid thing, um, which um, this sort of reminds me of the band Sluggish, actually, like in similar style, though a little different in tone because that band was clearly doing somewhat. It was somewhat satirical, I guess, but it's different. Different material, different, I guess, focus of whatever their songs are about. But anyway, um, this like from this whole album, I would say this is probably my favorite. My favorite song, I'd say. Um, they do a little. They do the occasional like interstitial like the ending of this particular track where it has that sort of I don't know what you would call it. It's like I want to it like it's not propaganda, but you know what I mean. Like this sort of like um I don't know, just it's setting the tone of it's basically setting the stage for hey, this is an album about this specific period in history, whatever. Um, Specifically like World War I and all and everything around it. So it does a good job of that. Like it's really good about like that atmosphere there. Um, and one of the things like specifically about this song that I really liked was actually the violin. Like I mean, other than like the various like tempos throughout it that they used, but the violin like stood out to me because it was just very like, or what, I'm not sure if it was violin, but I'm pretty sure it was whatever string instrument that was. It was just very like, I don't know, chaotic sounding. If that makes sense. Like it wasn't. it was doing its own thing separate from the rest of the song, from the rest of the instruments. See if I can find a little bit. Here. I mean, it still kept somewhat in sync with the song, but it was just very it clashed. It was very clashing with it in some ways. Or it was very harsh, I guess I should say. Um, and that's and like reading the lyrics and just knowing what little I know about everything going on in World War One, like specifically like on the front lines and everything, just how much of a mess and chaotic and everything that war and every battle, or pretty much every battle that was fought. So it's just like it was very fitting what they were trying to tell. Yeah, that's. I don't have a lot. I don't really have anything else to say. I like this album. I'm definitely looking forward to see what else they do. Um, like I said, this was from 2 years ago, so I wouldn't be surprised if they put out something again, somewhat soon, within the next year or so. Assuming, that's what they're up to, what they're doing, But yeah, let me know what you think. Peace out.